Okay, everyone, sorry, I got distracted. I had something I had to take care of, so I had to stop it, and we're back now, though. So, looking at this back, we already talked about that top part, where hypo means we have a low concentration, hyper means a high concentration. So, we need to identify where the hypotonic and the hypertonic areas are in the situation, and then use arrows to show which way the water is moving. So, if we look at this first part, we've got our egg, and we've got a high concentration of stuff on the outside. So because we have a higher concentration on the outside, that's going to be our hypertonic area, and our egg is going to be hypotonic. So remember, we want to dissolve out that solute, or we want to make it less concentrated because we're trying to reach equilibrium. So what would happen is the water would come out of this cell, or if it was an egg, it would come out of this and it would go out. So that's what I'm looking for you to do. So what's going to happen to this cell? Is it going to expand or is it going to shrink? Well, this is like our corn syrup. So our cell is going to shrink. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to leave you to do these yourself. But look, on the outside, we have 10% salt, 90% water. On the inside, we have 10% salt, 90% water. Is the water going to look to concentrate one side versus another, or is it going to stay the same? So if it's going to stay the same, the cell is not going to change. If there's going to be water that's going to be added to one of these areas, then either the cell is going to grow or shrink. And then for this last one, you've got 5% salt and you've got 20% salt on the inside. If you look, this one has a lower concentration to this one that's higher. So where is it going to move? Is our cell going to shrink? Is it going to stay the same, or will it grow? Then, if I put a piece of potato into distilled pure water, what do you think will happen to it over time? Right? Where it's hypertonic and hypotonic, draw an arrow. So if we're putting a piece of potato into pure water, it's safe to say that our potato has a higher concentration than our pure water. So where is that water going to go? Oops, I'm not on the screen anymore. It's safe to say, though, that our potato has a higher concentration than our pure water. And the last one, so we put a piece of potato in super salty water. What's going to happen? So our super salty water, even though our potato has a concentration, like it does have a bit of a concentration compared to the pure water, if it's in super salty water, the salty water has a higher concentration, and our potato has a lower concentration. So finish those up. You will notice at the top here it says teacher initials for graphing egg data with Google Sheets. Well, unfortunately, I can't come to your house and do that, but I do want to show you how to do this. I also put it with the moment with Muradic as an example, and if you go onto the slides, it's there, but if you want it for here, what you need to do is when you open up a Google Sheet, all you do to make a graph, now this is super, super easy. You just need your independent variable, always goes in the first column. So this is going to be our days. And then we have, it's working. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then if we put weight of egg, and it's going to be in grams. Now remember, we don't need to put the units because we've already put the grams there. So we had 56.0, at least if you're using my data, 73.5, 82, and then 46.5. What we then do is click on where it says days and then highlight all these. So you click and then drag with your other finger. And then you're coming over to where it says insert chart. And when you click on that, usually it can recognize the chart that you want. If it doesn't, you can change the chart type, but we wanted a line chart. So this is then what our chart looks like. Fun fact, you can copy and paste this to a different slide or to another area. So you learned a few extra skills here today. The making the graph part is completely optional if you just wanted to play with it yourself. But this assignment as a whole is due on Tuesday, the 26th. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great day, guys. Bye.